up, guys? Welcome back to another video of the Coffee Wars podcast. Today we are speaking about the new Supergirl movie, and it's the usual guys. It's myself, Grant, and David, and that we are not LARPing as the Coffee Wars podcast. I at least have coffee, even though it is way too late for that.
Oh, I'm the odd one out. I don't have coffee. I had
Yeah,
orange juice that I was drinking, but I finished
yeah,
it.
LARPer.
I had too much coffee today. I couldn't have more coffee.
Yeah, but we saw Supergirl last week, so it's a little, not as fresh as we normally do, I guess. But yeah, it was a pretty solid movie. We'll get into the weeds a little bit, but it definitely, at least I noticed, it got a lot of hate online, and
It didn't just get a lot of hate. You know, it
like it's
probably got the
flopping.
most amount of hate like for a movie in like the past 5 years. Like people were
Yeah,
way overreacting.
which is crazy because like people didn't even react for the Flash movie this bad,
Yeah. It
which the
got
Flash movie was bad. Like, come on.
yeah.
But they overhyped the Flash movie. Remember, like they had like Stephen King,
You could argue that they overhyped
Tom
this one
Cruise.
too.
Yeah, but they didn't have like big names like that advertising like this is the best movie ever.
Yeah, I don't know because like with this movie at least I remember seeing videos where people were like, "Oh, this movie's gonna overshadow Brand New Day," and I'm like, "You come on!" Because it was right after Superman came out. That's why people were saying it because they had the Superman. They were on that hype train.
Hmm.
I mean, don't get me wrong. This movie was I personally liked it. I don't think it deserves what it's getting. But
No,
I
it doesn't
think
deserve it.
Yeah, I think majority of the hate stems from people going into this movie, which they marketed it this way, so it's not the fans' fault. But a lot of the people who read the Woman of Tomorrow comic book or graphic novel, they expected this movie to be like kind of the movie adaptation of it, which obviously this movie took a lot of inspiration from it, but I don't think people were happy with the changes that were made or the stuff that was left out. Um, the three of us didn't read it, so we can't really speak on that.
Yeah,
And
I
maybe
mean,
maybe that's why we like it. So I think if you look at it from that, like the perspective of like, oh, it's not based off of that comic, then you could argue it's a good movie. But I
But do
guess
you
did
the
think
did
they
they
let
fans,
market
people
it?
in? But no, they did market it that way. They did say like it was based on
Yeah,
those
they
it
said it
was
comics.
was
have
inspired by. They didn't say it was a direct adaptation though.
Yeah, and they're
Okay.
not like I guess marketed was the wrong choice choice of words. But it was like put out there,
Yeah, yeah.
which is
By
marketed.
James
It
Gunn,
was
right?
it was communicated that it was like similar to the comic,
Yeah,
but
like
people thought it was going to be like a adaptation. Like they thought it
yeah,
was going to be very inspired by it.
yeah. I saw like I follow this guy on Instagram and he liked the movie, but he said like he saw the view reviews and heard from like his friends that they didn't like the movie, but it was because they read the comics, like the specific run, and they
Yeah, I
felt like
think
if they were like
But that's
misinformed
such
about it
I
or
don't
something.
like that take though because no movie, even if it says it's inspired by, is going to be a direct adaptation like one to one. Like we've
yeah, I
never had
mean
a one to one comic
you
book
could
movie
Like
ever.
I
you
can't
could
really say
argue.
much because I haven't read the comics, so I don't know how to compare it at all, really.
I mean, the three of us haven't. The one thing I can compare it to is Captain America 3 Civil War was not a direct adaptation of the Civil War comics.
But they did more. Again, we it's hard. It's a difficult thing because none of us has read the comics, but there were
I read it.
like
I read the
there.
Civil War comics.
No, no, but I mean the Supergirl comic. So we
Yeah,
don't like,
well,
even
that's
though
what I'm
the Civil
saying.
War was
I'm
like
saying
news, they took
people
parts from
react.
the comics and
Well,
put it into the
that's
Civil
what
War movie. That's what I'm
so did
saying.
so did this movie
But how would you know? But
from what I've seen
okay, okay,
online.
all right,
I haven't read it, but from what I've seen, like the villain
is the same.
is the same. However, his he just looks like a regular guy in the comics, and I think the comics were a lot more like fantasy like I
Okay,
guess that part of the universe or whatever was like very fantasy, like they just used like bows and arrows
oh,
and swords, but they had
The,
ships
the
like
the one thing I will say about the comics is that it's very stylized and vibrant like colors. I kind of do wish that the movie did
Yes.
play into that aspect more.
Well,
But
I don't know who that artist is, but I like I've seen them do other things, whoever it is, and like their artwork is pretty cool. I think
like
they've done some
yeah,
Marvel stuff too.
yeah. But I think like the general take that a movie just because it isn't the same as the adaptation, like you should never expect that. Like, you know?
Yeah, well, like just going back to Civil War, and I'm just using it as an example because it's kind of the same thing. Like the Civil War comics, that was like it's a big book, just like how the Supergirl one of Woman of Tomorrow one is. And what happened in the comics is different than what happened in what we saw in the movie. Obviously, there was a much less of a roster. You know, they didn't have enough actors and they didn't introduce all those characters. Now the Supergirl one, they probably could have adapted, sorry. They could have adapted it to be more accurate to the comic if they really tried. But if you notice, like James Gunn has like his own style, and
Yeah.
you could always tell like the way he does movies, like they're all very similar.
Well, this
Yeah.
felt a lot like Guardians, just from like her listening to music the whole time. Like it felt very Peter Quillish.
And that's what some people argued why they didn't like it. They're like, it
Yeah.
just seems very Guardians like.
Yeah.
I but like I don't get that because it's the same like I would understand people hating on this movie if they didn't like the Guardians films and they didn't like the new Superman that came
Yeah.
out, but the people that are hating on it all love those movies, which makes no sense.
No, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't really agree with all the backlash that's getting either because
Like I would argue that yeah, Superman
yeah, I
what
thought it was
was
good. I
better,
thought it was a good
but
movie.
they're basically around the same level. Like if you like Superman, you should like this film. Like it's
That's a great I think that's a great take. Yeah.
yeah, and the people are like, "Oh, this is like the worst." But like people think uh that this movie like basically killed the DCU. They're like, "Oh, like
I don't think
what?"
so.
Like compared to how Marvel started, they're like going off like movie by movie saying like, "Oh, like the DCU like it's already done, it's already
I don't
finished." And
think
it's
that's
like, "What are we
fair.
doing, man?"
I don't think that's fair. You got to give it a shot. Like you got to give it a chance to build. It
Like it's
hasn't
the
built
second
yet.
movie. And if this
It's
is
the
the
second
second
movie,
movie,
and then
then
there's a
the
few other
DCU is in
projects.
great hands.
Yeah, I just don't know. Like I'll obviously, like, I think just people are so like tied to the MCU, if that makes sense, that whenever
Yeah.
like something else comes out that isn't the MCU and it's a superhero thing, that they just don't know how to react. Like I'll always like the MCU.
Yeah.
Like,
Like I
I'm always a Marvel guy before a DC guy.
same.
Um, I think that's pretty common. I know, Grant, I think you're different.
What?
Um, like, are you a Marvel guy over a DC guy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, never mind then. I thought you were different. And like because I know people that are DC over Marvel, right? So those are the people that should be championing these films the most,
Exactly. But they're
because the
not. It's the
MCU, like
opposite. And
the
it makes
MCU
no
has the
sense.
MCU fanboys that are like they love everything about the MCU. Everything is good. Every movie is good. And then the occasional movie that's bad is really, really bad, right? That's how it goes. Um, there hasn't been enough development yet. We've gotten a
Yeah.
Superman movie, we've gotten Supergirl, and then we've
Peacemaker.
gotten Peacemaker, which
Yeah,
kind
but we're
of
talking about
bridges.
movies though.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
I guess can you? Well, no, we already talked about this. How Suicide Squad 2 is technically part of
Okay, yeah, yeah.
DCEU,
That's
but
right. All right. There are three movies then.
Well, no, but yeah, because Peacemaker kind of bridges that gap of like the
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if we're counting
CEU and
Suicide
DCU.
Squad 2, then the
Yeah.
DCU has had like the bar goes way up because,
Well, because
you
it
know,
also has whatever what's the monsters. What was that again?
That was a
Creature
TV show.
Commandos.
Creature Commandos. Yeah, I was thinking Howling Commandos because of Marvel.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, Creature Commandos. That's also part of the DCU. And then technically, Blue Beetle was the first DCU movie
yeah.
because it's not DCEU.
But was Suicide Squad even part of the DCU or is it
So
DCEU?
technically, Suicide Squad was not. So Suicide Squad 2 and then Peacemaker Season 1 were technically still part of the DCEU, and then
Okay.
Peacemaker Season 2 was part of the DCU. It was like weird. Like they chose to
Yeah.
keep Peacemaker into this universe.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah,
it exists in both, which is like, I mean, that
yeah.
makes sense. Like, the multiverse,
It
different
does make sense. Yeah,
universes
but people
could have
think
the
that
same.
the MCU has such a stronger start compared to the like I think it's pretty much the same.
Yeah, I'd say
Especially
because,
if you count Suicide
well, well,
Squad
well,
2.
well, because the 2008 Hulk movie, which I liked personally, a lot of people didn't like that, and that was the second
I
movie of the
yeah, but
MCU.
okay, yeah.
It
I
was
mean,
Iron Man, and then it was
yeah.
the Incredible Hulk, and then everyone forgets about the Incredible Hulk, and like even Marvel, like at Disney, they want you to forget about that movie.
Yeah. I
Which
mean,
is sad.
I would say that Iron
But it
Man
was
is
good,
still the best origin movie that we've gotten ever, but the
even more
DCU
so
is
than Spider-Man 1, Tobey Maguire. You think so?
I would say so, but like not by a crazy amount. And also like
Okay, yeah.
Superman is also
I mean,
pretty close to that level as well.
yeah, Superman was just different because he was already established, Like it wasn't
Yeah.
really an origin movie. It was just like
Yeah,
a
but
a year, what was it, year three movie? Like he was like very recent.
that yeah, it was year 3. It was year 3.
Yeah, so yeah.
But people are like they're saying that even some of the bad MCU films are better than Supergirl and like
I
and I
I
was
don't
gonna bring
know.
this up till later when we got into like our scores for the film because great like I know I think me and Sam had we're higher on our scores compared to you, but like I could like yeah, I could probably name at least 10 or 11 MCU films that Supergirl is better than. Like I honestly like and people may not like dude, like I can name a lot of MCU films that Supergirl is better than. And I can I'm
People,
prepared to list them all. I am
yeah, I
prepared to
mean,
list them all.
listen, you're entitled to your own opinion, and I'm sure we would agree on some of those 100% because I'm already thinking of a few that kind of fall under that category.
Like I honestly, yeah, like we can maybe do that later on, but I wouldn't like,
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
prepared to
that
list
might start
every single.
that might start some uproar on the internet, which is always fun.
Hey, say it, bro.
Then people could attack me in the comments again.
No, say it,
With
bro. Don't be afraid, bro. Don't be. I got your back, bro. I got your
No,
back. You got.
we could talk about it later.
Okay,
Let's
okay, okay.
actually let's talk about the movie.
How did you guys like her character? Like starting off, she's a party girl, but also she's like dealing with like the loss of her planet because she actually was attached to like what was it? Not Krypton. It was what's the place called that she
I
came
don't
from?
remember.
It was the that broke off of Krypton. Yeah, and
Yeah.
like people like
I
okay,
don't
like
I forgot the name of it. Yeah,
because
What's
in
this?
the Woman of Tomorrow, she it was Krypton, and like people think that um
Argo.
yeah.
Argo, yeah,
Look at
and
you.
people think it lessens her character that she's not born on or not like
Well,
after the destruction of
um,
Krypton.
so
Yeah, true, true.
I don't know if the comic did this, but I remember how this has been done previously with Supergirl's origin is that she's technically older than Superman, where she was already like 13 or something when he was an infant being sent to Earth, and her pod got like knocked off course, and then she was stuck in space. Is why when she
Yeah.
gets to Earth finally, she's younger.
Because of like time
But
dilation and stuff.
yeah, but they changed it in this where she was actually just born after him, which I don't know if this was the case in The Woman of Tomorrow because I know her origin has been changed a few times. I think that they did this to make the audience understand a little bit more, like the general audience. I think they did that to just make her like the starter off younger than him
Yeah.
because like
I would probably agree with that.
I was surprised when they did it in the movie. I was always like because she even refers to him as her little cousin all the time, like in comics or
Especially the
animated
animated
movies.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and even
well,
like I even in Injustice 2, I'm pretty sure she was older than him, and she just
well,
got knocked off course.
yeah. I looked it up. There's three different like origins. The first one, the classic one, is that she's from Argo, and it was a colony that survived the destruction of Krypton, but then it was destroyed by meteors. And then there was the post-crisis one where she was the sole survivor of Krypton. So I don't think Argo existed in that one. Modern continuity is it returns to the classic one, which is the movie, which is the
Yeah,
she's
so
from
I mean,
Argo.
I thought her
Got it.
character, like, it didn't change that much for me because, like, I
Yeah,
thought the character development for, you know, her character, and then I think the girl's is named Ruthie, right?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, like they was done like really well. Like I liked Kara's
I
journey.
just Yeah, I would say
a
like
lot.
the whole movie was like kind of dealing with grief, you know?
And
That
it
was
did that well. It did that
yeah,
very well.
I thought so. Because it was a different like she's usually shown as very like positive and like, just basically another Superman but in girl form. So I think having that
Yeah.
discourse where she's a little bit more edgy, like I think it was, done pretty cool,
Yeah, I
done
mean,
well.
she's not even that edgy, like
No, but I'm saying
she's
like
a little
more
reckless. She's a
so
little
like yeah, reckless is a good way to say it, not edgy. She's not, yeah.
Well, I mean, I liked how like she is edgy, but I don't know. Like most people liked her just from her like cameo in Superman, where she just shows up drunk. She's like, "Where's my dog?" She's hungover. It's like,
So
yeah,
that's we should talk about that
okay.
because I'm confused on the timeline a little bit.
I think
So
that
Superman takes place before Supergirl,
yeah,
correct?
yes,
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 And then she was just partying and he was watching Crypto, and
yes,
yeah,
then her and Crypto just went into space to celebrate her birthday, correct?
yeah. That's
Okay.
yeah.
exactly right. So it probably takes place like maybe a couple months after
Mm,
Yeah,
Superman.
like
Like
it wasn't blatantly stated. So
no, it
that's
yeah,
why
wasn't.
I just no. I'm sure
Yeah,
there's
but
some sort of timeline online.
she's still in her phase of drinking, going on benders. And yeah, and that doesn't it happens in the movie for quite some time, but then obviously when she
Yeah.
gets closer to Ruthie and kind of comes to terms with what happened to her in her past with Krypton, her parents, all that stuff, like then she kind of matures at the end.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's literally like the hero's journey, like pretty
It's
it's
Yes.
interesting.
pretty
Oh yeah,
blatant.
Yeah.
yeah.
hmm
You're absolutely right.
I think it's
I'm
interesting how she has to go to like a red sun solar system in order to get drunk and stuff.
I
That's a
think
cool touch.
is that
Yeah.
from the comics too? Because I thought it was pretty unique. Like when they said that in Superman, I thought that was a pretty cool like thing to do. Like I never heard of any character doing that before. Like depowering yourself just to have fun.
I
Well,
I don't
doesn't
know,
the Flash do
honestly.
that too?
Depowers
I
himself. Oh yeah. Well, don't bring up the
Yeah,
Flash.
but
Come
with
on.
like usually with characters that have
Why?
like some sort of healing power that can't get them drunk, they just get something like extra potent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, what's
yeah,
interesting, like Wolverine, for instance, he can get drunk, but then like his healing factor just like negates, like he just like goes through everything faster. So he gets his hangover, like he gets his hangover faster, and then he gets back to normal faster, and that's
Yeah.
it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, but
And like
yeah,
Captain
like
America supposedly can't get drunk either.
yeah.
yeah, and
I heard
he was
about
sipping
that.
on that Asgard
Yeah, and that
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, so yeah, but she's like purposely like dulling herself by going to these red planets with the red
which is
sun.
a huge risk because it basically just makes her a normal person.
Yeah, and then obviously she meets Ruthie, and then when they get captured by those pirates, um, like I don't know if it's supposed to be like that instant of like as soon as they see like a yellow sun, like they instantly get their powers back, or if it or it's supposed to take longer than that, or
No, I'd say that's pretty on par to what other like mediums where they've shown Kryptonians like for instance in the Injustice or no not the crap, why am I forgetting this movie? The animated movie where the Flashpoint movie where
Mhm.
Superman basically they rescue him and he goes flies up and he basically gets his powers right away. Like he's so
Yeah.
weak, but he
Oh
once
yeah,
he
yeah, yeah.
once he gets the
Oh
yellow
yeah,
sun, it's like
yeah, yeah,
boom,
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
instantaneous.
Yeah, but he doesn't get
Same
his
thing with
muscles right away. Like remember, he's all skinny and stuff, so he gets his strength, but not like
yeah,
all of
well
the power.
his power doesn't really come from his muscles, does it?
It's literally it's kind of off topic, but they in the God of War games, like Kratos' son is like, when will I get muscles like you? And it's like our strength doesn't come from our muscles. Like if you want muscles like a god, you gotta, work out basically.
Well, that's like the same thing with a lot of these comic
Well,
characters.
he
I mean,
doesn't need to work out. I'm saying he naturally gets big from the sun because he
Okay, so
just soaks the radiation.
it might be a little different with that
I'm
then.
just, I mean, he also worked on the farm, so I guess like he
well,
could just
so
be like,
why,
Yeah.
yeah, why is Supergirl not shredded either, huh?
I mean, isn't she shredded?
No.
Well,
Well,
not shredded, but
comic writers don't always or artists don't really
yeah,
draw women shredded like they do with the guys.
I guess just Wonder Woman, right?
I mean,
Yeah,
not in David's
because
picture.
what do you mean? She's pretty
She,
buff.
no, she's not. Some artists definitely make her bigger. Like they do good. Like She-Hulk, they changed her a lot.
Yeah, yeah,
She
yeah.
just looked like normal,
I'm
and
just
all of
trying
a
to
sudden,
imagine like Wonder Woman or Supergirl and like how Rob Liefeld draws Captain America. Like
God,
I don't
yeah,
even want
he's
to
so
picture
funny,
that,
dude.
bro.
He's so funny. I love watching his videos online.
Yeah.
He
But
reacts to everything, dude. It's
yeah,
insane.
he's got some wild takes for
Well,
someone
he was
being
just
well versed in the comic industry for that
he
long.
he was reacting to one of the old Republic Star Wars cinematics. I was like, "You're a legend."
In this movie we got her like losing her powers, gaining her powers, and losing them again.
Yeah, I
Like
thought
it
it was
happened
interesting.
like 3 4 different times. And I like when she did show her powers, I thought all the action scenes were done well. Like people kind of complained that, you know, she wasn't in the suit the entire time, that she like you just missed the point of the movie. Like
Who
you missed
cares?
her
You
like
don't want the. I don't know. Yeah, I agree with you. Sorry for interrupting.
yeah, like the entire point was that she wasn't ready to kind of take on that mantle yet. Like,
Yeah,
because she was
uh,
like too stricken with grief, all that stuff. Like people don't. I swear these days, like people watching the movie, but they're not even really watching.
no, I just think they want their. It's instant gratification, stuff like that. Like they want to see action 24/7. They want to see the superhero in their suit 24/7. Like it's whatever, dude.
Wasn't she kind of in her suit 24/7 though? She just had
She
the
was in it
jacket
for
on.
yeah, a good amount, but like I don't know. People
Yeah, I
complain
mean,
about
yeah, it was a
a
cool
lot of
moment
things all
when
the time.
in the cave, like Ruthie got got her the suit, like oh like I packed it for you, and then she
Yeah,
puts it on.
that was cool.
Um,
Oh, so why was the sun green? Do you guys remember? I thought that was strange.
It just had two suns that
it had
orbited
two
just like that,
sons.
like Tatooine from Star Wars,
Yeah, but wouldn't that
and
make
one
them
of
overpowered?
No, because it switches between the yellow and
yeah.
green sun.
Oh, okay.
And when like yeah, like as soon as she got to the cave, it was the green sun, and then she was depowered for a while, but then obviously when it turned into the yellow sun, she was fine, you
So
know.
does the green sun have kryptonite in it? I'm assuming, or
I
is
guess
that
it
what
ba
makes
yeah,
it? Is
I
that what?
guess it basically mimics kryptonite.
Okay.
I mean the main villain had kryptonite and like it I mean it
Yeah, I
didn't
guess
do
he
that
had.
much to her
I
really.
just
Like
find it interesting that he or that she or that he had such knowledge of Kryptonians. So maybe yeah, I'm assuming he's just super old, but like
yeah,
because it's
because I
interesting
think
that
in
the
this
Kryptonians know when they go to a universe with yellow sun, they know they get powers.
Yeah.
yeah that was an interesting fact
That
because
was interesting because I feel like it was always a surprise, like, oh crap, we have powers now. Like in Man
yeah
of Steel, when they
yeah I
went to
don't think it's
Earth.
like that in most continuities, and also in most continuities Krypton blows up like a lot further back. Like I think in the DCU like it like was very recent. That's why a lot of people know who Kryptonians are.
Got it. Yeah.
So like, and people were like,
Interesting.
and people were also complaining about that, and like, that you can't use context clues to figure out that it probably didn't happen too long ago. Like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, you're right because like they both traveled through space and that takes time.
yeah, like
Yeah.
it probably happened like, you know, not
35 years ago or something.
yeah. Well,
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
I
but
mean,
and we're talking about the comics where it probably happened like millions of years
Oh,
ago, something
yeah,
like
like
that.
no.
at least
No, no, not at
like
all. No, no.
thousands or something or
No, no, no. I don't no, no, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
I don't, I don't think he time traveled or anything like that. I know what you guys mean, but I don't
Well, I
think
Not
mean,
well,
I don't know,
that
it
wasn't saying
could.
he time
no,
traveled.
it's like
I'm
not
saying
time
that
but time dilation or
saying that it
whatever it's
takes
called.
yeah, that's what I'm not time traveled. What
Okay,
the
it was
hell?
the wrong choice of word. I know what you guys mean. I don't think it was that long ago. Like they
No, but
weren't a
in the
forgotten
comics, it is
race.
significantly longer than it is
Yeah.
Maybe,
in the
maybe.
DCU.
I mean, do you know? Like, is that why you're arguing? Like, do you have a fact? Like, do you know
Well,
this?
I just know it
Where's
wasn't
your
like millions of
source?
years
Where's your
ago.
source?
Source
Like we're him and I
I
are
read
speculating.
Action Comics issue 1,
My source is that
1939.
I made it up. That's my source.
Yeah, we're just speculating. Like it's just what we're saying. We're not like
Yeah.
claiming that this is a thing.
I don't know. I swear in like the original issue of Superman, they had powers like on Krypton. Like that was the original thing.
That wouldn't make any sense
That's the original thing. I'm telling you, bro. Look it up.
because
All right.
the whole entire point of Kryptonians are that like if they had their powers while they're on their home planet, that defeats the whole purpose of their
It,
character.
Maybe they
it'd
got
be like
stronger
it would be
after.
like
I don't know.
Viltrum.
Yeah, like the entire thing is like no, like the Kryptonians are more like would be like the Ragnars where they're like because of their home planet, like when they're off their home planet, they're stronger because of the gravity or whatever. Like they're not Viltrumites where they have their powers 24/7. Like that
Well,
doesn't
I'm
make
saying yeah, I'm saying what Grant is like.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
had their powers on their home planet. They would be
Yeah.
Viltrumites
Yeah.
basically.
I really like this movie. I would give it like probably an 8.5. And I know that might a lot of people might think that's high, but I really enjoyed this movie.
Um, I would say an 8. Just because like I don't know
That's
how many
fair.
times I would rewatch it. That's the thing, you know?
I think it's got some good rewatchability.
I'd say like maybe down the line, but it's not
No,
gonna be
I'm
like
definitely gonna rewatch it.
I
Yeah.
it's
think
not
it
gonna be
has
like
rewatchability than the Superman film.
you think
I
so?
doubt. No, I don't think that.
Rewatchability doesn't mean like it's not based on like because the
Like
movie's better
for
that it has
me,
more
some
rewatchability.
You
some
don't want to
movies
see
that
1A,
I
1A, 1A again?
some movies that I could rewatch like consistently and not get bored of them are like Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, um, Empire Strikes Back, all of the Spider-Man trilogy,
So
like
just
basically every
Star Wars
Spider-Man
films,
movie.
yeah.
No, I wasn't gonna say every Star Wars film because that's actually not, I don't feel that way about all of them. Captain America, Winter Soldier, Iron Man, Avengers 2012. I'm not gonna list everything, but what I'm saying is that like this isn't a movie I would be like I'm gonna watch it right now. Like I'd maybe put it back on again, but um, like this is not to say like I don't like it. I thought it was a great movie. But it's not a movie that I would just rewatch. Like I would rewatch The Batman a couple
Yeah.
times, or
I mean, I don't know how much
the
you like. I would
you
rewatch it
know
like a couple more times. I wouldn't
Dark
rewatch it like
Knight.
5 plus more times, you know?
Yeah, like I'm just saying like it's not a movie where I would rewatch it several times. That's why I'm giving it an 8. Like a 10 out of 10 movie for me is like it's a movie I wouldn't get bored of watching.
Yeah, and that's I probably have a different metric when it comes to that, and that's perfectly
Yeah.
fine.
I mean for me like I don't know. I think an 8 is a solid score. It's
No,
definitely better than
that's
better than other people are
no,
giving
yeah,
it.
I was like, between an 8 and 8.5 for me, like
Yeah. Well, you could say you're 8.5. Don't let me change your mind. I'll
I
go
thought, yeah,
I
it was
think I
like
think an 8 for
the
me.
action was really good. The character development with Kara's arc. And Ruthie was a good side character as well. Like I didn't feel like she was like in the beginning I was like, okay, she's kind of annoying, but
Yeah, in the
I
beginning I thought she was annoying. Actually, no. Well, I thought she was annoying on that planet with all the girls that
yeah.
because like she
Yeah.
blamed Kara for getting that family killed, but it was really her fault.
No, yeah, that's very true. But when she was on the final planet, like I was like, okay, yeah, I like your character now, you know?
And I think that was character development.
Yeah, and that's
I
like
think
Yeah.
she was meant to be annoying at first.
yeah. No,
Um,
that
Sorry, there's a bug.
that planet with all like the girls, that was crazy because we got like Lobo was there.
So I wish we got to see more of him, but obviously it wasn't his movie. So like he's just a little cameo, you know?
Is he gonna get his own movie? Has that been confirmed yet?
No, I think a Lobo show would be better than a movie. That's just
Yeah, but
me.
but it's
Does he
Jason
need like his
Momoa. Don't you
own
think they would
movie?
give him a movie?
Well, I don't think he needs his own like that's the thing. I'm gonna go back to this. Not every character needs a movie.
Yeah.
Supergirl, yeah, she could have her own movie. They did well. But if I'm looking at the picture that David has up, right? I don't think Starfire needs her own movie.
No. No.
Uh, I don't think Green Arrow needs his own movie.
Yeah, we
Um,
have a whole show
I
for the
don't.
Green Arrow.
Yeah,
You could
yeah,
just watch
exactly.
that.
Yeah, you could watch that. I don't think. Um, Like I don't think Batgirl would need her own movie. Like I think
No.
if it would be like a Bat family movie, like same thing
Yeah.
like Nightwing, I love Nightwing. I don't think he needs his own movie. Maybe like a Batman and Robin type of movie
Oh,
or like
Maybe
A Nightwing movie would be so awesome though.
yeah, but like
I think it would
I
be a
mean maybe
Titans movie.
Cause he's so
yeah,
much
like
more than just a Robin, you know. He's like
well that's what I'm saying. Like maybe I don't know. Like because what how much is he doing in Bloodhaven, you know? Like I don't know. Maybe
apparently
that's a
better
hot
than
take.
Batman. Isn't that canon that he like like the way he cleans up crime is better than
Okay,
Batman?
but to be fair,
I
it's Bloodhaven versus Gotham. It's not a fair
I don't know.
comparison. Like Batman has
Maybe,
to
all
deal with
right.
some shit,
Maybe
bro.
that's a hot take because I just haven't read specific Nightwing issues. I've always
Okay.
seen him in the Batman projects or like Injustice and stuff. So maybe
No,
just
I
disregard.
agree
But like that's what I'm
with
saying.
your
Like
general premise.
I'm
Yeah.
giving like a premise, right? Like
Yeah.
not every character needs like Superman as a character needs his own movie.
Yeah.
Batman. I would go as far to say Wonder Woman too. Harley Quinn doesn't need her own
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, but
She could
Lobo, I
be.
mean, it was like
I don't think Lobo needs
it
his own
wasn't
movie
just a
either.
cameo. Like he had it was more than just
Yeah,
a cameo. Like he
Is
was a side
Margot
character.
Robbie still Harley Quinn, or is that not a thing anymore?
we'll find out, Grant.
Because like, is this? I mean, it's I like that he's uh Lobo now, but like, it's so strange like, when you think about it. Like, he killed it as Lobo, but like that guy used to be Aquaman like 2, 3 years ago or something like that.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, yeah, like I think I said this before. Like his Aquaman is just he's not
Different.
really playing Aquaman. He's playing
No,
himself.
He's playing
as
Jason
Aquaman,
Momoa as
yeah,
He's playing
Aquaman.
Jason Momoa as Aquaman. Like he's
yeah.
not really playing like Aquaman is so different. And I mean, I guess you could argue that with like Thor too. Like Chris Hemsworth, like Thor's not really like that to an
Well,
extent.
he played more of the Thor like in the first
In the
two
first
in
one, yeah.
And I
Avengers.
think, yeah, no, I agree with that
It's like
100%.
after
But
Ragnarok, he
that's
plays
what I'm,
himself.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just being too harsh. But
I don't think so. No.
I think Lobo is a good addition when he's in
Yeah.
other people's projects, which is
Oh yeah.
usually like I know he has his own comics, but like he's good in like other stuff. He doesn't need his
Yeah.
own movie.
Yeah, and but if he
Um,
were to have his own project, I would prefer a series rather than a movie.
yeah, I think that just for what they would want to do, and like I just think it would be because he's a bounty hunter. I think a series would be more interesting than a like I'd honestly I'd argue Nightwing. It would be cooler to see him in a series.
Yeah, and isn't Lobo in My Adventures with Superman?
I haven't watched that. The
I'm pretty
anime one?
sure I'm pretty the animated one with Jack Quaid.
The anime, like it's anime style, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I haven't watched it.
I'm pretty sure he's like has a significant role in that show.
Sure, yeah. I mean, he's in like he's cosmic.
I mean, if you're gonna have Lobo, he needs to be with a super someone, like
Yeah,
Superman, Supergirl, like someone. He just needs to be with a Kryptonian, you know?
yeah, or like I don't know. I'd say a lantern maybe,
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say Lantern. Yeah.
like someone cosmic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, if,
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe
imagine Jason Momoa shows up in the Lanterns show.
that would be awesome.
Oh, I forgot about that show.
Dude, I mean,
It's
we
gonna
could
be
talk
interesting.
about this for another thing, but the more I
Yeah,
see of it, the less I get excited.
I think it's gonna be interesting having Hal Jordan significantly older than John Stewart. I think that's and John Stewart's like, younger than Guy Gardner. Like I think that's an interesting
Like
choice.
I was talking with Grant about this, but like it seems like the showrunners basically wanted to like create
Has
like
to.
a they wanted to do like a true detective type show, but just slap a superhero name on it.
But that's what I was like. Did the Lanterns need to be a series? I thought like I feel like Green Lantern is a movie type of hero.
Well,
Like
but
a
they've been working
Lantern
on this
movie
series
would
for
be cool.
years.
Like I know, but they're barely gonna have their powers in it. Like 90% of the time, they're not gonna be
Well,
using any of their powers.
that's what. Okay, it's there's most likely going to be a case, but we don't know till we see it.
All right, wait. I actually we need to get back on topic. Grant, you need to give your score.
Come on,
Grant.
Grant.
I'm going to give it a seven
Oh,
point seven.
A 7.7?
Yeah.
dude, you're so performative.
Seven. You don't want to go with the 7.5. You want to go with the 7.7.
7.7? That's
Yeah,
such a weird number.
Just
You
because I
might as
heard,
well
I'll
go
give
with
you
a
that
6, 7.
7.7. No, no.
No, that don't like I thought like your initial reaction when we walked out the theater, I thought it would like based on how you were in acting, like it seems lower than a 7.7. It seems closer to a 7 than a
Yeah,
7.7.
no, I think you're right. It's just like we were talking about, like how there was a lot of hate that was undeserved. So that's why I feel like it's thinking about it. I still need to rewatch it, but
No,
it's just
be honest.
no.
It's okay.
It's no, no. I'm
You know
being
what?
honest.
If you say 7.7, Grant, then that's your prerogative. That's your choice.
Yeah, I'm
I
just gonna go.
respect it. I respect
Yeah,
it.
like I
I,
definitely did. Like
Say your choice
it's 7.7, but when I
no,
first got out,
say your real choice so I could judge you properly.
I am saying 7.7. All right, all right, and I will. You can judge me on how I
That's a
was out.
stupid thing. Like, well, like a fucking 9.5.3 point. Like, just say it like a half, or
All right.
say a
Okay. All
normal.
right. All right. All right. A 7.67.
no, now you're
But
being. You might as well just say
I'm so
like
confused
six
because you
point seven
seemed
point six seven repeating.
like
I might
did
be
your
a little
score
simp.
change that much
I
since,
might be simping a little bit. I might have been staring at this screen too long. I'm gonna be honest.
bro?
What, dude? Come on. Don't like.
Did your score change that much since we first watched it? Like, you seem to really like.
I don't know, man. It's just
Like,
when I
how do
first
you
watched,
truly feel about it?
it put me to sleep. That was my reaction when I got
Oh,
out of
wait,
How
yeah. Wait, I forgot about that.
how
Grant,
it's
Grant,
I don't it was
Grant, can
not
I
a
put you on
boring
blast right
movie
now?
at
Grant,
all.
do I have your permission so that way I don't get torn apart by the comments? Can I put you on blast real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's see this.
Yeah, Grant fell asleep during the movie twice.
But no, you can't say that the movie's bad because you fell asleep when that's just you falling asleep.
Yeah,
That could
wait,
be the
you're
case,
you're also known to fall asleep pretty easily.
Yeah.
but not
You've
during a
fallen
good
asleep.
movie.
You've fallen asleep during a podcast before.
I've fallen asleep during Thunderbolts too, and that Thunderbolts was a good reason to fall asleep, bro.
No, the Thunderbolts was
What?
awesome, dude.
Oh
What are you
my
talking
God.
about?
Yeah, I don't know. I think
The
chat. I
Thunderbolts
think
was like one of the best MCU projects from the last couple years.
So there was just
all
a lot of
right.
slow moments. I don't know if it was the second act or the beginning of the third, but like I fell asleep after she broke out of prison. After they broke out with Lobo, I fell asleep when they got to the plane and when they got to the cave. That's when I started falling asleep.
What? That's like the climax of the movie.
No, 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 not the action scene. I
Or
woke up for that. I woke up for the
actually
action
didn't.
scene.
That's not the climax. David, what is that?
Well, it's a climax. The climax is like
Sorry, there's a
the end of the
fly.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah, but like you basically,
Yeah,
I mean,
whatever.
that was all the character development. That was like
Yeah. So
when
I
she
missed that.
finally like accepted being a protector,
Oh
like her
boy.
cousin. Like that was
Okay, then why are you mad? Because I went from a 7 to a 7.7.
no, I'm mad because you like basically missed like the most important part of the movie.
I guess so. Yeah.
That was forming her entire identity as a character.
Yeah, like the last part of the movie, Grant was like coming to terms with who she was.
It's just like they spoiled so much in the trailers. Like
Not,
No,
really,
they
I mean,
didn't.
yes,
not
they
I
really.
did.
I
Yes, they
didn't even like
did.
know who the villain was when I going into this movie.
Well, I knew
Yeah.
what he looks like.
I didn't know
But
I didn't
just
even
seeing
know.
the villain in a trailer for 2 seconds
No,
is
it's
not
not that.
spoiling
They
it.
spoiled the crypto like being the motivation. They spoiled a lot of
So
the
Grant,
fight.
I do remember that being one of your issues when we were driving home,
Yeah,
the
no,
crypto
no.
part.
They also didn't need to show that. I mean, I know it's just a trope with trailers, like showing the third act fight, but my favorite scene in the third act fight was spoiled in the trailer too.
I don't think they spoiled that much in the
Was that
trailers,
the
dude.
part where she takes the guy and basically just like flies like
No, it's the sidekick one where like she flies through the ship while she's kicking like two guys or something like that. Do you remember?
Why?
Like
That's not
like that.
spoiling it.
I- It's
That,
just
so
it's
do you feel
it
about that
just didn't
about
blow
the
me
brand new?
away.
Do you feel
Brand,
about that with the brand new day trailer where
a little
Hulk's
bit,
in it?
yeah, yeah.
But we knew Hulk was gonna be in it like the whole time. Like that was like a major plot point that like they wanted people to know, or that it got leaked and they're just kind of leaning into it.
Okay, but it's different if they're leaning into it because it got leaked. I'd rather be surprised.
I don't know,
I
Grant.
mean,
I don't know. I didn't think that any of
There
this
wasn't
movie got
there
spoiled
wasn't
for
a need
me,
to
to
do
be
that.
honest.
No, there wasn't just a need to do that. That's what I'm saying. Like there was no need.
you didn't get blown away by that like that the final
No, it did.
scenes.
Yeah,
I thought her
I love
fighting
the final
style
scenes.
is
Yeah,
pretty cool. It's different than
yeah,
Superman,
yeah.
you
Well, she's
know?
different than Superman. Remember, she says like Superman sees the good in people. I see the truth.
Well, I mean, yeah,
Well, that doesn't really
Superman.
in fact impact the fighting style, just the
Yeah,
fact
it
that
does
she
because she
kills him.
kills the guy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, I mean,
That's not
Superman
her
doesn't
fighting
have
style.
a no
Okay,
kill
well,
rule.
okay.
She
He'll
just
just do like Superman will just do like everything in his power to not kill someone. That's different from having a no kill rule. Like he'll still do it if necessary.
well, yeah, Henry Cavill Superman will.
The comic Superman does not have a no kill rule. He's not like Batman.
Okay, I guess you're right. I don't know. It's just I always think of I always
He's
think of
just very
Injustice where
selective in which he does kill.
he kills the Joker and that's what makes him evil basically in
Yeah, like
Yeah,
Injustice.
yeah, like Batman like he needs to have a no kill rule. Like his and Spider-Man has a no kill rule as well, and also Daredevil.
Yeah,
Um,
Spider-Man and Daredevil have just killed people by accident.
yeah. I and okay, so apparently in Woman of Tomorrow she doesn't kill the main villain.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that's correct.
Yeah,
That's
but
I did that was a
wait,
major
no,
part of the
okay.
movie where people got mad is that they were like she didn't kill him in the comic, but she does in the movie.
yes, but the way I see it is that with how things were setting up throughout the film, it wouldn't work if she didn't she needed to kill him. Obviously if they were having it more faithful to the comic, then she shouldn't kill him. But with how they did everything in the movie, if she just walked away in the end,
Yeah.
I would have my score would be a lot lower. Like she
I
needed
think
to kill him.
her killing him was significant, I will say. I
Yeah.
would, that's kind of her, I guess, discarding the rest of her grief into, and basically killing it along with him.
Yeah, and the entire point of that is that she's taking on the burden um
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I heard.
for
100%.
Yeah,
Ruthie.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
And people are like, "Oh, she shouldn't have killed him." Again, we're just watching the movies with our eyes closed.
Oh my God, dude, it's crazy.
Like I was surprised that she killed him, but it didn't like really affect me, like like how I viewed the movie at all. I thought it
Were
was.
you were awake for that part?
Yeah, I was awake. I was
Were
awake for
you?
that part. I was awake for the final fight.
Where
I was
I
I
don't
didn't
believe you anymore,
I
man.
didn't know
I
you
don't believe you.
I didn't remember or like I didn't realize you actually fell asleep until you said it, but I do
Yeah.
remember seeing this next to me. I
No,
do
bro, I
remember I
woke
saw that out of the
seriously.
corner of my eye.
Yeah, I woke up at the strangest times sometimes.
Yeah, but
You
To be
were probably
fair,
confused. You were
yeah,
probably
well,
confused.
to be fair, I might have just missed 5 minutes of the movie. I didn't miss that much.
Yeah, whatever.
okay, yeah, I don't believe you, but okay.
So
Okay.
are you still going with the 7.7? Is that your score?
Yeah, 7.7.
Okay.
Okay. Whatever.
Okay.
Whatever, David.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Whatever. But yeah,
Whatever. We can't contain this guy.
Greg cannot be contained.
Yeah, the biohazard container has been leaked.
Okay. A 7 would be low for me for my score, but it's not crazy.
Not a five.
If you were yeah, 5, people were saying it was a 2, 3, 4. No, dude.
That's insane. That's
Like
crazy.
it
It's
was
not like
it
it's
objectively
nowhere
was a
near that
good
bad.
movie. Like the Flash movie, Ezra
Listen,
Miller is objectively a bad film.
yeah,
Like
I still
Bruce
gotta
100%.
watch that. I still haven't seen it. I still haven't
Yeah,
watched it.
don't
that's a
you're
movie where
gonna
you get outraged for. Supergirl is
But
not a
it's Michael
movie.
Keenan's in it.
yes, and like
I heard
he
the
was probably he
oh
was a good part. He was good. I will say
okay.
that was a good part of the movie.
What
But
about the
some of the others,
Supergirl from that movie? I
just
forget her name.
totally different.
Yeah,
She's basically Kal-El. She's not really Kara Zor-El. Like
that's so weird.
it's just a different.
Why
I
did
don't
they
know.
do that?
Like you know how the Flashpoint, like they basically did with the Flashpoint Superman, but made her Supergirl.
I
So
never got why they did that.
I don't know, but I'm
I
just
thought it
saying
was interesting. It was an
Okay.
interesting choice.
that's a movie where it's okay to be this movie's objectively bad. But just because a movie and I won't even say that the movie's mid, but if you want to say that a 7 out or 5 out of I don't know. it's just not a bad movie. Like something could be okay without it being bad. I
Yeah.
don't even think it's just okay. I think it's like good to like really good.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I've
I
said
don't. I
this.
don't think. I don't think it's really good.
I think it's I could, and I told you in the beginning of this podcast, I could name at least 10 MCU films that Supergirl is better than.
Okay, you guys want to do this? Let's do this. What do you guys think it would
And I
rank
could
in that?
probably if I really want to push it, I could give it to like 12 or 13.
Is it better than Wonder Woman?
Well, that's not an
It's
MCU
way
movie.
I think it's
Well,
better than
I'm
both
starting with
Wonder Woman.
DCEU
It's
first.
better
I
than
feel like
both
that's
Wonder
what you
Woman
do.
movies, 100%.
Even
I
the
think
first one.
Even the
no,
first one.
the first Wonder Woman movie was pretty special, I would say.
Yeah,
Honestly, I can't watch those movies again because what's the actress? Gal
Gal Gadot.
Gadot is unwatchable. Honestly, worst actress I've ever seen. She's unwatchable in everything. Like I cannot those like the more I take a step back and like really like the movie was good when I first watched it, but no,
Oh
it's
my God.
unwatchable.
I
Yeah,
don't like
her
the third. I don't.
in Justice League it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Hello, no.
Kal-El,
There's no emotion. Yeah,
no emotion.
whatever. I mean I couldn't be an actor.
Are you ready for this, Grant? Are you ready for
Yes,
this?
yes. Blow me away. Blow me away. I
All
might
right,
spit out
Fire
my
so
away.
coffee.
I think, and this is my opinion, I think that Supergirl 2026 is better than it's better than Ant-Man 2.
Okay.
It's better than Ant-Man 3. It's better than Black
What is
Panther.
this?
It's
What
better
Black
than
Panther?
Black Panther 2.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
better than Black Widow. It's better than Captain Marvel. It's
Wait,
better
wait, wait, wait.
than
Can we just clear something up? Black Panther 2 is better than Black Widow, right?
He's not going in order, Grant. He's just
yeah,
listing.
yeah.
Can you stop
Uh
interrupting?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
yeah.
You're pissing me off.
Yeah, you pissed me off. Okay, so better than Ant-Man 2, Ant-Man 3,
Okay.
Black Widow, Black Panther 2, Captain Marvel, The Marvels. It's better than Captain America 4. It's better than Thor 2.
Okay.
Um, it's better than The Incredible Hulk. Uh,
I don't know. I haven't seen
What?
and
Oh, sorry, David. Go ahead.
it. Yeah, I'm gonna get a fucking Hulk smash.
and it's better than what was that the other one? I think that was 9.
Multiverse of Madness.
Oh yeah, it's better than Doctor Strange 2 and it's better than Thor 4.
Yeah.
A lot of things are better than Thor 4.
So I think that's 11 right there.
Is it better than any of the Iron Man movies?
I would say honestly, I might
Is
say
it,
it's better than Iron Man 3.
I
I
don't think so.
wouldn't
If you said two, I could
I
see an argument, but you said three, so
I wouldn't
I'll say
I
say
might
yeah.
say it's better than Iron Man 2 as well.
so
Iron Man 3 is better than Iron Man 2.
when I brought up movies like I don't
That's
really
13.
watch I don't really watch like repeatedly watch Iron Man 3 is on that list. It was a good movie, don't get me wrong, but
Honestly,
I think Supergirl is better than Iron Man 3.
No,
and
no,
on
it's just because of the suit scene at the end with all the suits. You
the
can't beat
villain in
that.
Well, no,
Supergirl isn't
yeah, that was one of the
even
best
that
parts.
good,
Yeah, but that's like
but
one of the best parts of the MCU. Period.
yeah,
Yeah.
the villain in Supergirl wasn't that good, but the villains in Iron Man 2 and 3 are just awful.
Yeah,
So I will say, yeah, I think part of the
yeah,
reason why this movie,
yeah. I was about to
Supergirl,
say, yeah,
was an 8 for me and not like a 9 is because the I just didn't like the villains weren't like villainy.
no,
Like
like
like I know what they did.
Wait, what do you mean he wasn't
They
villainy?
truly made a villain that you have have no interest in. Like
yeah. We talked about this.
they
Yeah,
made a villain like that you're supposed to hate, which is
we
Yeah,
appreciated
good.
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because there are some psychopaths out there that like the Joker, but you
yeah.
know, yeah, but I don't know. That I think if the villain was a little bit more interesting, I would think it like I think it was the don't get me wrong, don't get me wrong. I think it was obviously the villain was a horrible person. They were doing horrible things.
Oh yeah.
Some would say on the level of certain files.
Oh
Um,
yeah, 100%.
yeah, and
Bro,
I think that
the entire
I think that was
planet
pretty
was
evident. That was pretty
yeah.
evident. Um, but yeah, I think like they could have been a little bit more, I don't know, maybe more just like a higher threat. Like they just, I don't know. maybe
Yeah, I
harder
mean,
to
okay,
fight,
yeah.
maybe a little bit more I don't know. I
Oh,
don't
oh, oh,
Yeah,
I'll give it to
I
I
you.
just
also
think it
just
was
didn't.
very they were very Mad Maxy, you
Yeah,
know.
I
I
didn't like
think
the design at all.
they could have been a little bit because like I think the reason why a lot of people liked the version of him in the comics was because he just looked like a normal dude. And that's what makes it even more terrifying is that a normal dude is able to be that evil. He doesn't have to look evil to be evil. And what they did with is they made him, they're like, how can we make someone look as evil as possible?
Yeah, okay.
And that's what they did.
I will give it to you that he wasn't that interesting and that his design wasn't that good and his motivations weren't really the best, but he did yeah, fulfill what a villain needs. Like he was
And I'm
evil as
not
shit
and I'm not
and
saying he didn't. I'm not saying he
and
didn't. I
also
agree with you.
he was kind of funny in this movie, like with like his bad guy quips and stuff. Like he was like terrifyingly like funny, like with the way he like
Yeah.
interacted with Kara and
He was
the
just
girls.
unhinged. Like
Yeah, yeah,
you know,
yeah. That so the reason why he's not like there's no like redeeming or like not totally bad is because of how unhinged he was. You know,
yeah.
he was just a crazy motherfucker. You know,
Yeah.
he was
That's
just
a
a
great way to
crazy
put it.
guy.
Yeah, and I'm not saying
Is
like, I'm not
one
I'm not trying
crazy
to
guy.
complain. I'm not trying to complain because I know often it comes off that I'm complaining. I'm just saying like maybe if they did like again, I didn't read the comic, but maybe after seeing this movie I'll go get it. Um but I feel like they could have made him just more of a normal guy because it's truly like that's when you know it's truly scary is that like there's like he's just, you know, a normal guy and that does horrible things. Because in the comic, there is no motive to killing that girl Ruthie's like father. Like he literally walked by and just stabbed him out of nowhere. No
Yeah,
motivation.
and they
He
made it
wasn't like
like
a master sword builder that he was going to go get swords. Literally just walked by and ended him.
no, but I'm pretty sure that her family in the comic was like royalty or something.
Probably. That's
But
how
like
this usually goes.
I guess it makes it more sense why they would end up dead rather than just being like a master swordsman or something.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, this might be another hot take, but I don't think comic accuracy matters that much when it comes to the films and TVs that we like the
Mm,
comic TV and movies that we see.
and I
Like
think
it's not a big factor to
you're
me.
partly right because we don't want to see the exact same costumes that they have in the comics. That'd be a little awkward to see like someone wearing like pure spandex. Um, you know, like I think the way that they make the suits a little bit more textured and more like an outfit is cool. Um, you know, obviously certain characters like Spider-Man it works, but like Batman,
Yeah.
it makes sense that his suit is more like armor, and not the way it is, and same thing with Captain America. So I agree with you in that aspect. I don't
Yeah,
know where I was going
as
with
long as you
that.
stay as long as you stay true to the
Faithful.
character's personality and ideals and values, which like 99% of the MCU DCU does do that. Like, you
Hmm.
know, like as long as you don't pull a Netflix Avatar: The Last Airbender where you fundamentally change who the characters are, then like as long as you don't do that, like comic accuracy is like probably the least important metric to me at least. Like it does not matter at all.
Okay, that's fair to say.
Like it like oh like the right shade blue is not the correct one compared to like
Well, that's the same with like Guardians of the Galaxy. They're very different than they were in the comics.
yeah, because in the comics they were shit. No one likes them in the comics.
Well, like Drax in the comics is just
Okay.
another like he's different. He's
Okay, yeah, okay, yeah.
fundamentally he's a very different character.
Yeah, but
Gamora, like you know, just they made her a little bit more
yeah, but
normal, I would
Drax in
say.
the comics,
He's like
he
Thor almost,
he's
right?
less akin to the guard. Like he's more of his own character with like
Yeah,
he has he's more known for storylines that are not with the Guardians, you know?
Well, isn't his whole
interesting.
thing still trying to kill Thanos? Like that's his whole
Yeah,
thing in the
because
But
it's
he's
comics.
made
also way
like
more powerful, isn't he?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
like
In the comics.
Drax is way more his own character like in the comics. So
Okay.
that it's a little different with that.
Yeah, but no, I agree with what you're saying. Like the movies, it's cool unless like it's like your favorite character and you're like, why did they do this? You know? Um, yeah, I don't know.
Like Robert Pattinson Batman. Let's say we're all like teachers in school and we had to like really grade these movies based on comic book accuracy, like be like so harsh and stuff. Like that movie would not be comic book accurate. And a lot of other movies that we say are like the peak of the MCU or the peak of DC animated stuff. Like if we had to go over it with that like fine, all that like fine comb of accuracy, they would not be accurate at all.
But I think certain characters
Yeah,
should be more accurate. Like Spider-Man should be accurate to what he is in the comics
Yeah,
well, I
because
think that's
the
what we're gonna get
he's
MCU
with.
super.
films are accurate.
We're gonna get that in the next movie, 100%.
Oh, 100. Yeah, I'm just saying as an example, but I agree
Yeah.
Yeah,
with what
yeah,
you're
yeah.
saying. I
It took a
agree with it.
while.
Yeah. Okay,
I mean,
that
he's
yeah,
he's been
it takes a
fairly
while for
accurate.
some characters. Like
Yeah,
uh
Spider-Man's been fairly accurate pretty much every single movie.
he's been like 98 like in terms of like how like the core aspects of how the characters are, like
Yeah.
he's 100, he's basically 100%
I just
accurate.
think like in this movie that his fighting style is going to be a lot cooler because of who's directing it. It's going to be a lot more martial art the way he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
how he's fighting, which is how it is like in the comics. He's essentially an expert martial artist.
Well,
Like he invented his own martial art called
well,
Spider
does he?
Jutsu.
Yeah, doesn't he train with? I forget who it was, but
Shang-Chi.
it was
He
Shang-Chi, and
trains
yeah.
he trains with Shang-Chi, he trains with Captain America. He's very in the comics, he's very like in the movies, it's more like web him up, punch him a few times, throw him. So I think in this movie we're gonna see some cool stuff.
Yeah, but basically all I was trying to say is that like the way people are like critiquing stuff, like as long as you have the same ideals as the characters are like in the comics, then it's accurate. Like
Yeah.
the minor details don't matter as long as the major ones are.
And that I think that's a fair thing to say.
One of the major complaints of this movie, why people were hitting on it, is because the song in the final battle wasn't as good as in Superman with like the
Oh my
Mr.
God.
Terrific scene. Like, are we dead
Yeah.
ass, dude? Like, who cares? That is the stupidest thing
Yeah.
I've ever heard. They're like,
I
oh,
know some people are just choosing really dumb things to hate on.
the song Needle Drop wasn't good, and it's like, who cares? Like, could the song have been better? Yes. Like, does it matter? No. Like, it's a
I
stupid.
mean, maybe they were because it was James Gunn. They expected more.
Yeah,
I
but
just
it's
know, like, the thing is, I don't think every movie needs a real song. Like, they could treat it like Star Wars, where it's just music.
Who directed it? Superman? Was it James Gunn as well?
it was
I
James
don't know.
Gunn. I don't think James Gunn directed Supergirl. I think
No, he did.
he was
I
just the
don't
He
know.
did.
executive
Oh,
producer,
he
right?
did. Oh, okay. I bet. I thought he
Yeah, I
did.
don't know. It's really not that big of a deal, the song.
But like
But
we
I'm
should
just
be
saying, like,
judging movies based on like character development, plot, themes, like not like is the song like it doesn't matter, dude. That's just it's
I
stupid.
mean, songs do matter
No,
in
yes,
movies,
songs matter, but
but not every movie needs like an actual song in it. Like, he loves to use real music, like not like an orchestra or something.
yeah, because that's like score is a completely different metric when it
Like they
comes
could
to
have, yeah, I agree.
the Black Widow intro with like that cover of Nirvana. That was no, that was a horrible one. I
Yeah.
hate that cover.
Hmm.
The I don't actually know the song off the top of my head in the Supergirl film, but I'm
Yeah, that's
99%
it
sure
doesn't matter to me,
yeah.
so.
Like it's a cover. Like is it not the best cover? Yeah. Like is it the worst cover of all time? No. Like
Hmm.
do you have any
Hmm.
final thoughts, Grant?
I enjoyed it. Like it was a fun action adventure movie. I mean, like I like getting to learn more about her. I like the Kryptonian, like her, not Kryptonian. Well, it was Kryptonian, but Argo scenes. I thought they were important and interesting. Like her meeting Crypto. Also, I thought was I don't know if ironic's the word, but interesting how they died because of kryptonite as well. Like it was just kryptonite radiation just poisoning them. I don't know if that's how it was in the comics. I don't think it was, but I thought that was pretty
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
guess I don't know, an interesting way of doing it. Uh, but you also get like the way they did it, they made it seem like she's even more of an outsider than Clark is. That's how they kind of establish it. Like at least she feels that way in
Well,
the
and that's
beginning.
how I feel like that's pretty how he usually is.
Yeah.
Like she
Like
she does arrive to Earth as an outsider, and he has to kind of
yeah,
get
because he
her
grew
on
up
her
here.
feet.
He
Yeah.
grew up on Earth. She didn't. She just appeared like she was already pretty much an
Yeah,
adult.
that's like she's
We saw
basically
that with her arrival scene where she didn't even speak, like obviously she was speaking Kryptonian.
the future of the DCU is in good hands based on Supergirl. Like if we get more projects like on that same level of quality, I think we're golden, you know. I'm still a little scared for Lanterns, but
I'm just interested to see what they do with the DCU Batman. That's what I'm kind of nervous
People
oh,
about.
want people want Robert Patterson as the DCU Batman.
that would be I am strongly against that. They should not make that. They
You
should keep it
you want to keep
separate.
it separate?
Keep it
Okay.
separate. Keep it separate.
I could go either way.
Yeah, I'm the same boat with Sam.
I could go either way.
Yeah.
Just because like he's a cool Batman, but
Yeah.
like then again like the thing is like apparently they want to make the Batman for the DCU like 50 years old, and people are like, "What? We're gonna have
What?
another repeat of Batfleck? Like, why get rid of him then? You know, like
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but like I feel like DCU Batman should be like Batfleck, where he is like leader of the
well,
Justice League and like actually acts
supposedly
like how
they're
he is in the comics. Like,
supposedly they're skipping over Tim Drake's Robin. He's like the Robin that general audiences like don't really care about or know.
Really? I
So
thought he was like the most popular.
there's
no,
no, that's Dick Grayson,
Dick Grayson
obviously.
is the most popular
No,
one.
but like
And then it's
after
Jason Todd, and then it's Tim
no, I
Drake.
think you're dead wrong, bro. They hated Jason Todd like when
Bro,
he was
Jason Todd is way more famous than Tim
Well,
Drake. Like
yeah,
because they
because of
made
Red
his
him
Hood,
death.
bro.
they
Yeah,
made him Red Hood.
he's more famous
No,
because of Red Hood. Yeah, David.
we're talking about the average person. The average person knows Jason Todd way more than Tim Drake.
They know him as Red Hood. They don't know him as what he was like when he was Robin.
Yeah, people hate the reason he got killed off is because he was hated, dude.
I
This is just
know,
no
but
fact.
that
Yeah,
was like 30 years ago.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, you got a point. You got a
He's
point.
still more famous than Tim Drake, dude.
Well, that's just because it's been 30 years. Like if you were reading a comic in like the 90s, it was a Tim Drake.
Yeah, I know Tim Drake. Like Tim Drake is like Tim Drake
Red
and
Robin.
Damian Wade are like the most current Robins, but
Hmm.
people don't know that. Like when people think of Robin, they think of Dick Grayson, and if they're not thinking of Dick Grayson, they're thinking of Jason Todd. That's just how it is. That's
I don't think they're thinking of Jason Todd. I
if they're
think
not thinking of that's an objective fact, bro.
no, no,
If they're not thinking of Dick Grayson, they're thinking of Jason Todd.
no, they're thinking of Tim Drake, bro.
No, they're
Or Damian
not.
Wayne. Yes.
No,
No,
Yes.
so the this
oh
was
yeah,
James
I'll
Gunn's.
give you Damian Wade over Tim
This
Drake.
is
I'll give you
this
that.
is James Gunn's reasoning for they're just gonna skip over Tim Drake because the general audience doesn't know who he is.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that's true. Like I don't know
That's
how you
they
could
they,
even
they
argue
said that.
against that,
Yeah.
Grant.
All right.
So they're gonna have Dick Grayson and Jason Todd, and then they're gonna have Damian Wayne. Like they're
So
just
by general audience, you mean average moviegoer, not average comic book fan.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that dude, the average viewer doesn't read comics.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you could argue against
David,
that
he's
then.
aura farming again.
How? No. How would they know who Jason Todd is? They would just know who Dick Grayson is. They wouldn't even know who.
No, because Jason Todd has been in more stuff
No, he
He's
hasn't.
been in
than Tim
Titans.
Drake. He's been
What,
in
you're talking about the Titan show? Is that what you're talking about? Is that what you're going off of?
I'm just saying that that's an example.
You could say that they don't know who Tim Drake is, but they definitely don't know who Jason Todd is. All right, that's it. Like, come on, they know who Dick Grayson is. Fine,
Oh yeah.
maybe Damian Wayne more because of the animated stuff. He's the current
I'll,
Robin.
I'll give you Damian Wade. I'm not giving you that they know Tim Drake more than I'm not giving you
They
that.
know Tim Drake more than they know Jason. Jason Todd's the
So
forgotten Robin, bro.
Grant, you're just in.
Tim
You're
Drake is the
inherently-
forgotten Robin. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you're inherently wrong, Grant.
Really, you think they know more about Jason Todd than Tim Drake? Like the average person?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I think if they don't know who Tim Drake is, they definitely don't know who Jason Todd is, bro. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah,
What is
they
this?
probably
What
don't
is
know.
this?
They
I'm
probably
fighting,
don't know
bro.
who
I'm
either of
fighting.
them is. Yeah,
Yeah.
the average
Yeah.
viewer probably
Right.
doesn't know who either of them is. But if they
Yeah.
do, they know Jason Todd over Tim Drake. Like,
No, they might know. They
Right.
they
Well, this-
definitely
this
know Red
isn't-
Hood
this
over
isn't
Red
good.
Robin. All right, I'll give
This
you that.
is a
Whose
topic
idea
for
was that
another.
name after a burger place? Like,
We come back. with evidence to argue because this isn't going to go anywhere. You guys are just going to go back and forth for another hour, okay?
All
It's
right,
gonna be
So, I hope everyone
uh,
enjoyed this video.
you go on
objection.
right though, Grant. I mean,
Please like and
Objection.
subscribe and stay tuned for more.